Hi everyone. Welcome to our twin flame reading. I have been feeling under the weather, but I just have this urge to do a reading, but I couldn't get myself to my office. So I brought you to one of my favorite places in the world, which is my bed. It's just where I feel comfortable right now. And just been having this urge to do a reading, so I hope you don't mind. Pretty plain background, right? But it's my safe haven. I love my bed. All right, so we are going to look at, well, this reading's going to be in two parts. We're going to look into the divine masculine energy, okay? And we're going to read where they're at, what's going on, what we need to know, what we're allowed to know. And we're going to look at it from their perspective, okay? So it's like a peek through the shade, the fly in the wall. And then what we'll do is we'll also look at the divine feminine energy. Is one the runner, one the chaser? Maybe, perhaps. I feel that part can change, divine masculine, most would think is the male energy, and usually is. However, I feel like I've been that because I am the runner. Like, I have ran, that type of thing. And now you guys know that I'm about to go into union next month. And the things that I'm freaking out about now are like, oh man, getting up in the morning and, hopefully I don't care how I look and all that kind of stuff, and I can just be me. But, when you're 58 years old and then living with someone else, I don't know. I'm sure it's going to be just beautiful. Just my Virgo mind. Like, oh. Anyway. Okay. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to look at both energies. It's really one. It's just, who's, maybe one is awake and one has not awakened yet. One has the realization of there's something more here, right? There's something more to this connection. I've had connection with other people, but there's something more here, and that it's like that knowing is what then pulls you into searching, right? Learning more, figuring it all out, that type of thing. I'm sure, like, everyone's up in heaven just like, yay, they figured it out, Okay, next on to the next challenge. Okay. By the way, that stain there is now polished. Alright, we're going to start with a good tarot. Parts feel very sharp for some reason. Looks like they're cutting my skin. Okay, let's begin. So, we definitely need to clear our minds. We definitely need to release our expectations, because this is not, we're looking at, unless you are the divine masculine, it's not about how we want it to be, it's about how it is, and what can be. They're like, nope, not giving me a card. We have the Queen of Fire, Queen of Wands, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Female energy. Doesn't have to be, but I don't know why it wouldn't be. We have the Four Cups. We have the Chariot, card of Cancer. We have Patience, Temperance, card of Sagittarius. And we have the Queen of Pentacles, Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn. Wow. So we have Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. We have possible Cancer. Cancer is definitely showing up here. We have Sagittarius, Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn. This is all, there's a lot of people here. First of all, let's look at that. There's a lot of people here. There's two queens here. In between, or right in the middle, I should say, center, is the Chariot. So the energy is about the Chariot. Okay? What we're seeing right now is about the Chariot. We have the energy attached to the Chariot that's saying, you don't need to rush. There may be a feeling of needing to rush, but you don't need to rush. Because it is about a balance. It is about a certain energy and a certain knowing. I feel like partly what's going on with this Chariot, and maybe what Temperance is like, almost like the guard at the gate saying, not yet. Listen, first of all, what she's saying here is that this is a divine energy, right? This is a divine love. So it's just confirmation for us, especially when you're doing a twin flame reading. It gives us that confirmation right from the get-go. All being orchestrated, right? Temperance is saying, just hang on a minute. Hang on a minute, okay? Because there still feels like, it's the energy of wondering, trying to think it out, right? Feeling, it's, this energy is right next to this Queen of Wands. I feel like what I have here is maybe a karmic situation. Right. It's a karmic, someone maybe with a karmic partner. And I feel like this Queen of Pentacles, who's there, she's representing, even if we could look at Sagittarius and Cancer, they're all after the fact. But I definitely have the realization of both. And maybe I wanted to move before, before I should. But before I have balance. This is part of what's going on here. Like, I'm thinking this over. I'm thinking deeply about moving forward. But I have a feeling they're running up against roadblock after roadblock. And it's to push them back. Because, whoever we're picking up right now, they're just not ready yet. And it's about clearing up what needs to be cleared up. Okay? And, it may be as simple as telling this queen, I have fallen for someone else, but I don't think as of yet that has happened. For some reason, I feel like the Queen of Fire and Sagittarius, Temperance over here, I kind of feel their energy together, But yet I also feel the energy of Aquarius with that. So for some of you, definitely it is, there's an Aquarius on your mind. Or the Aquarius is the karmic. Okay, let's continue. I hope you guys don't mind. I'm kind of playing a little bit. I have this other deck, okay? It's a new deck. I haven't used it. I bought it in December. I haven't used it. I haven't used it because, I don't like it when a deck, like, I want to clearly mark, is this Pentacle card? Is it a Cup card? I don't want to have to, like, search for it. Now, I do use the cards intuitively, so eventually it doesn't even matter to me. But in the beginning, as I'm getting to know my deck, I like it to be clear, and they're not at all. But we're gonna do them anyways. I just feel like they're calling to be in this reading, so but I'm gonna read them intuitively. I have no clue. We'll see. Hopefully, we'll just fall in love with them. Let's give them a shuffle. And I am so sorry. I don't know the name of them. I just grabbed them off my desk and didn't grab the book, and I know I could pause the video. But I'll try to put a link down below. Okay. We have Shadow. Number 18. Dang, now I gotta think. Whoa. We have Triumph, Success. Let's see, Ace of Swords, clearly. We have Spiritual Strength. Memories of Love. I wonder if that's the Six of Cups. Temptation. Clearly the Devil. Card of Capricorn. And financial and material changes. Okay, let me look at these. It's clearly showing me the dealing over. It's saying the shadow. I don't even care what the card is. What it's showing me clearly is looking at one shadow. I want to say again, I feel the energy of an Aquarius. And, why am I feeling it so strong? I don't know. Wow. Looking at this Ace of Swords, and the way it's laid out here, the sword, the tip is going right into the Queen of Wands. Going right into the Queen of Wands. Doesn't feel like in a great way. Maybe that's coming from my shadow side. No, I don't feel like it's going to happen. I feel like, it's the thought of cutting someone out of my life. Because their thoughts are elsewhere. Their thoughts are over here, right? Over here somewhere. Somewhere, and, somewhere in time there was this connection. Definitely spiritual. It's connected to your spirituality, but also it's called spiritual strength. I like that. It's supposed to be the Nine of Wands. Just look at that card. It's just holding everything up. You know? It's the ability to get through, move up, move on. The Chariot. This must be what the Divine Masculine needs to build up, is that spiritual strength. It is what sits under the Chariot, so that's what will bring the balance, okay? So something within the spirituality, and I clearly feel, for some of you, it is cutting out the Queen of Fire, the Queen of Wands. Now don't get upset if you're the Queen of Wands, okay? And, because if you're a twin, then that part's not you, because, this person's cutting out the karmic, okay? And it's pretty clear. And, you know, I often think, you know, and that makes me feel bad for the karmic, right? Because karmics have about to get maybe get their heart broken. But we got to remember, the karmic's life goes on, right? And the karmic will eventually meet the person maybe she's meant to meet, right? So when we're in our karmics, I mean, yeah, I want you to have sympathy and all that and compassion, but understand that their life also evolves if they choose. Okay. All right. Here we have temptation under the Queen of Pentacles, Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn, tempting someone, right? The tempting. And it's showing me from the past. Isn't it strange? You have shadow and temptation. Both just feel like dark energies. I don't want to say scary energies. I want to say dark energies. But energies we know we can get through. But maybe we know it's almost like the dark soul of the night, right? And here's the valley. But this Queen of Pentacles seems to be I don't know. Like, I almost feel like she, what am I trying to say? Like seducing someone. Like, she knows how to seduce. And it's not, we're looking down at her, not at all. It's almost like her power, right? It comes, and you know that it's so true with Earth. You know, you can present yourself one way, but once you are in that connection, you show all of yourself, right? And we don't always have to be like, oh, the dark is so bad. No, sometimes it's fun. It's controlling it. But anyway, I feel like she's she's a seductive here, and seductive. We're gonna look more at her. I also come to pop over here for a second. When I start to get excited about a reading, I start talking fast, and I apologize for that. It's just like things are pulling me. But I want to say over here, with the karmic, and again, we'll go a level deeper. It is showing me the success of the cutting of the relationship. I keep saying the cutting of the relationship, the severing of the relationship. It's feeling to the DM right now, the Divine Masculine, is what the DM is, abbreviation. The situation with the karmic at this point is not a good thing. It's not loving, happy energy at all. Not even, no. It just isn't. It's not a pleasant energy. And listen, it's at least one person knowing that the relationship's wanted to come to an end, right? It's when someone finds the guts to then do it, but you still know it within you. And, you know, a lot of us have been there, and it's just difficult. But here it is. Okay, now what we're going to do, you know what else? I brought the Whispers of Love over. I want to pull one, because these are oracle cards, and they just have to give us focus. You know, like, where should we be putting our focus during this process? And then we're going to bring the cosmic. Whoa. Okay, that was way too many. I mean, wow, that just was... Whoa. What the heck? These cards are like forcing... They're jumping and forcing themselves out of my hand, but there's just way too many. I can't take all these. Like they're saying... Jeez, I'm telling you, it's like I have, what do you call those, jumping beans? It's like there's jumping beans in them. Okay, calm down. People say these cards don't have energy. I don't know. Okay, beautiful card. Actions speak louder. Express your love through your actions. Okay, so a couple things. That tells us that something's moving forward where you have the ability, the opportunity, let's say, to speak your love. They speak their love. I didn't really do it for, you know, one. I did it for, really for the board. Okay. Now what I want to do, we're going to take the Cosmic Tarot, and we're going to start figuring out who these people are. I mean, I love that I'm seeing forward motion, and I love that this is telling me that the opportunity, you know, because for many you're not in union yet, right? But I feel like things are jumping. Well, look at those cards. Things are like jumping forward. Even though we're moving into retrogrades, isn't that kind of weird? But it's kind of like the opposite of that. Like, what planet is there a planet of opposite? Why am I even thinking that? Planet of opposite. Kind of like that movie Groundhog Day. I don't know. I don't know. It would really, really serve me to learn astronomy and astrology, and I'm really diving into numerology. So weird. I hated math growing up, but now numbers are just like popping out to me, giving me messages. So I'm really digging into numerology. But it would really serve me to know more about the planets. And but I love when you guys fill in that empty space in my brain. Thank you, thank you. Okay, let's start at the Queen of Wands. I have 6 of Pentacles, the Eight of Swords, and I have the Three of Wands. Well, I think of this Queen of Wands may financially depend, I don't know if I'm going to say completely depend, but in some way depend on the DM. Definitely. In some way. You know, the DMs, there's a worry. I don't know if worry's right. There's and I'm kind of glad, because you don't want someone who's got no compassion in their heart, right? No empathy. Even though, you know, the relationship there is not in a good place, right? It's not joyful energy. That's all I can say. I don't feel like there's any sex, I don't know. Like, I don't even know if they cook for each other at this point. Anyway, the DM still has this obligation, feels this obligation. It's showing me being blocked. You're being blocked. But it's also showing me he's in a period now where any more time, you know, it's like Temperance is saying, okay, all right, DM, you know, the time's coming. The time is coming, right? But you need to have that balance first before you can have true movement. He's thinking about you, I'm assuming, and it's bringing him a sense of joy. It's bringing him a sense of, you know, it's stirring up this passion. You know, you may be thinking about them, and listen, when I'm talking, I mean real twin flames. Okay, be careful that you don't put yourself in it, because I feel like a lot of times, other than a twin flame, why would you put up with the bullshit? It is hard. And you have to go through the dark soul of the night. And it is hard. It is worth it. But it is hard. And you can be happy with a beautiful soulmate. You know what I mean? So, I don't know. I don't even know how to tell you to get real confirmation, because it has to come from you. And maybe your spirit guides. Ask your angels. Like, ask for real clarity. Anyway, and I'm saying that because, I mean, here we are, right here. Here is someone who, if, let's say, the sense of guilt does not allow them to move forward, right, to their heart's real desire, then they stay with this karmic, right? They stay within this Eight of Swords energy. And it's not a great energy. It's showing that a lot of it's coming from the shadow. And she may be the lead of that, you know, but then I have to live within it. I'm sure it's both. Listen, they're not feeling each other's energy, but my point is, what it's saying is, there's a decision here, right? This isn't, it's like the universe, how energy works is like the universe, or fate, let's say, the universe puts the connection together, and then it's up to us. It's up to our free will how we want to drive the vehicle, the chariot, where we want to take the vehicle. All it requires, you know, like our car, is put gas in it. Here, have a balanced mind. Balanced mind, heart, right? And let passion and love lead. It's a card of cups. It's a major arcana. It's about letting that love lead. It is the divine feminine and the divine masculine. It is the balance of them. It's the balance of light and shadow, good and bad, that type of thing. But there's no room for, like, letting guilt lead me, because that's what's going on right now. A sense of guilt, a sense of maybe even, well, look over here, financial obligation. Because the final outcome over here is about financial and material changes. So something's happening to their material life, no doubt. And maybe it's being cut in half, but we don't need to worry about that because everything's working out exactly like it's meant to. Even the hardship. That I know. I get slammed about that all the time. And that's okay. You don't have to believe me. But it is my reading. So, right now, I have to go with what I believe. And, anyway. Alright. I want to jump over to the Queen of Pentacles. And I want to say one more time. When we're looking at, the Queen of Fire and the Queen of Pentacles, don't assume it has to be a fire sign or an earth sign, okay? It can be the characteristics of. And, I feel like as the Queen of Pentacles over here, for me, this is not about needing this person. So here I have the Queen of Wands who, in a way, feels like they need this DM. There's some type of obligation that has held them. But there's this positive energy seeping in. It's seeping in towards you, about you. Thoughts have already been there, and soon action, perhaps, right? If they choose, okay? They are fighting some darker energy. I see the success, though. Here it is, right? And it's showing us part of that is about their own spiritual strength. Spiritual strength, and the Chariot shows up. The energy they want and they're concentrating on is this Six of Cups. It's love. That's been in my heart. Temperance right above that. I love that. Divinely guided. All good things take time. Patience, my dear, right? It is what dreams are made of. And it's attached to this beautiful love. And the Queen of Pentacles in some way, somehow, is playing an importance. But I think her main importance, why she's showing up to Queen of Pentacles, is I don't need this relationship to materially take care of myself, right? It's not that I need this king or queen to come in to financially take care of me. It may help you, but I feel like who I'm talking to right now, it's not even about that, right? I feel like you are okay in that area. But I feel like for some of you, you are turning it on. And whether this is in your thoughts and you are sending it to them, well, hello. It's reaching them. It's reaching them. Do they know your exact thoughts? Maybe. But I can tell you this, they feel the energy of it. So when I'm feeling all passionate and seductive like that, and maybe I'm just imagining it, right? But they're the object of my desire over here. They can feel that. And it is kind of like being lured into the water. Being lured into the water. The Chariot's saying, just make sure you're balanced. Make sure, why? Because you don't need to drag. There's two horses here. The Divine Masculine and the Divine Feminines. There's no room for a Karmic. That means this energy has to be cleared. Because there's just no room in this love story for a Karmic. It's almost moving into Romeo and Juliet, not the ending, but that type of love, that luring, right? And this Queen of Pentacles, man, she knows what she's doing here. She knows what she's doing. And I feel like this is great. And, this may be due to some type of planetary action, too. in Cancer energy. That makes sense. Being in Cancer's energy. Okay, well, let's take a card now. Why am I still talking? I have 3 cups. I was just thinking, there's probably one earth sign that's probably like, hey baby, you want to do a 3-way? But I don't think that's what that card's there for. Yeah, like it's like she's waiting. This Queen of Pentacles, which again I think is representing you, is waiting right on the other side of the gate. Temperance is just momentarily blocking the gate, but the Queen of Pentacles is right on the other side of that. You know, I have 2 3s over these queens. And this energy is about joy, right? This energy is about passion, moving forward. So this is showing me that this 3 is about movement. Most 3s are. And this 3 is about the joy. Interesting. I knew the World card was going to come out. I knew it. I knew it. Oh my, look at that. So we have the Lovers. And we have the World. I got chills. I mean, I really got chills. Okay. So we have the card Gemini, you know, also, but wow. Clearly. I mean, you know, I want to remind you again, we're looking at the Divine Masculine, so this is his thoughts, this is his energy, this is showing, like, for some of you, what your energy's doing for him, and, you know, where his blocks are, so to speak. I'm saying he. It can be he or a she. Anyways, holy crap. So, there is the beautiful connection. You know, and I want to say real quick, I feel like for a few of you who are watching, who may be the Divine Feminine, again, Divine Feminine, you can be male, right? It's just that means that you come more from your emotions at this point, right? You come more, yeah, like from emotions and just more compassion, that type of thing. Anyway. Dang it, I forgot what I was going to say. Oh, I feel like, you know, I do feel like there was a period of time where this DM came at you maybe from a pretty low energy, you know, living in a lower energy. And, you know, we can get mad at that and, you know, we can do all that. But, you know, the truth of the matter is we all have to go through a growing process. We don't all grow the same. We're not all here to have the same type of experience, right? The same type of lessons. They're all different, even in twin flames, right? Maybe especially in twin flames, because what I learn, I bring to the table, right? I become your mirror. So maybe it's important that we have these different experiences, especially emotional experiences too, because that's usually what gives us the biggest growth, you know, but it's usually what pulls us down the lowest. Showing me here, definitely coming from lower energy. However, it's also showing me that this DM is not going to reach you unless they rise to the occasion, okay? It's important, and maybe it is for both of you. It's about, you know, rising to the occasion. I was thinking the other night about, like, challenges and how we always say we got to face the challenge. But the truth of the matter is we got to rise up to the challenge, right? We look down, down, down. Temperance, putting a challenge after challenge in front of the male or the DM, saying you need to rise up to it. and the glory of rising up to it, right? And maybe that's what we need to look at here. Ew, Ten of Swords just staring at me. Okay. Well, no doubt what this connection is. I'm going to go over to Temperance. So we're going a little backwards, but that's okay. Wow. Ten of Cups. Wow. You know, the universe doesn't ask us to have patience. And I know somebody left a comment like, I hate the word patience. Don't we all? You know, all it means is we want something too fast. It's not fully developed yet, right? We may want it, but we also want it. You know, like I want the Ten of Cups energy, right? This is what I want. Temperance is saying, well then, my dear, you know, the development must continue to bring you what it is you want. Now that goes both ways, right? Not just about the DM, it's also about the DF. This person is going through their karmic lessons, and you may be going through patience. Maybe during this time, it's asking you to add in, because there's a lot of energy here of connection. So, adding in meditations, nature, you know, connecting. You have patience. You have Temperance right at your back, protecting you. You know, here's the Ten of Cups. We know Temperance always brings in a balanced energy. Chariot's also balanced. Ten of Cups. Beautiful, beautiful energy. So we only bitch while we're waiting, but once it comes in, we're like, whoa. Whoa, that was worth the wait. Maybe I would have destroyed it if it came in too soon. Maybe if this person just pulled in the energy of that karmic, you know, had their cake and ate it too, maybe they wouldn't have had the opportunity to miss me. And because they had the opportunity to miss me, it allowed them to dig deeper. And through that, learn of a love within them, right? The love of you within them. And maybe it's only through that separation that was able to develop. It's not that it wasn't developed. He was able to reach it, right? Expose it within himself, bring it back, ignite it. It's a journey. You know, it is about the roots. The roots are so deep, right? They're at the bottom of the ocean. They're deep. And the blossoms. All right, well, if Temperance is telling me, listen, my dear, have a little patience, because when I'm bringing you is the Ten of Cups, I'm going to listen. We have the King of Cups, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. Hello, we have the Two of Cups. Wow. And this is on patience. I mean, Temperance. It's called patience here. The Ten of Cups, the King of Cups, and the Two of Cups. Wow. I mean, you know, the King of Cups is looking at that Two of Cups, almost like it's the first realization, the realization of the connection of someone. This is about the connection. Ten of Cups seems to be like almost part of what I imagine things can be. And that's all it takes. Two people imagining the same thing. Then I have the Prince of Swords. I don't know when it came up, but here he is. And I feel like this is about taking action. Movement. Living more in my authentic self. Letting my authentic self start to move me forward. We're going to remember this DM's in the Eight of Swords energy earlier. And is having a hard time moving forward. Though, again, energy that's seeping in. And it's meant to trigger things, right? Because this person's going on a deep journey of development and realization. I feel like they're actually coming back from, out of the water now. But that's where they were. Wow. Patience isn't saying just sit there and twiddle your thumbs waiting for your DM, right? No, it's saying get out there and learn. Get out there and explore. Add new things into your life. Get lost within your work. Get lost within your craft. Those are the kind of things that you're doing that, I am telling you, you're speeding up the process because it's so healing for you. And everything that you start to get into, listen, I know you're meant to, right? But it's the discovery of it. Sometimes you discover these beautiful things within yourself that you didn't have a clue. So that's what you do while you are asked to have a little patience. Okay. But holy shit, come on, guys. You have the Ten of Cups, the Two of Cups, the Three of Cups, the Lovers. And why? It's a new chapter. It's a new time in life. And no wonder the Chariot's saying, what needs to grow here is the spiritual strength, because the world energy is about living within your spiritual energy. Right now, your spirituality is invited to walk this trip with you, walk this journey with you. But it's required. But wow, I don't know. Okay, it's almost like I don't even want to clarify anything else because Temperance is pretty much bringing everything out. The Queen of Pentacles is pretty much showing us the connection, the love, even, the sensuality. And I do feel like it's reaching this person, and it is helping them. I also know some people say, don't think about them. I say think about them if you want. Keep it positive, though. Allow your imagination to go wild. Sometimes I feel like when I allow my imagination to go wild, when I'm picturing, I am creating. I see it as me like actually drawing my future. So I'm going to just go with it. And, I'm on the same journey as you, and I'm just about to go into union next month. So you are on my path. So I know, and I believe 100% that this will be you. Just can we make it through the dark night? And I have been there. And I am on the other side of it. But listen, I'm still finding things within me that need to be cleared. We're also in retrograde season, so, I'm thinking, oh man, anything else that needs to come out is going to come out now. It's going to it's going to come out and right in my face now. But I'm prepared. Okay, what do I want to look at? I have the Prince of Wands. Look at that. I have the King of Wands, and I have the Four of Cups. Wow. So, first of all, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, possibly. This is definitely showing the younger and now mature energy, right? The before and the after, so to speak. The past and the current. It's showing him also attached to this 4. I didn't really take this on anything, so I'm just going to kind of add it. But I want to look at that 4 a little deeper. That's weird. The 4 and a 4 there, which is the 8. The 4 and a 4 is the 8 of Cups, which is about starting to move towards my desires, right? Putting my emotional distress to rest and moving towards my desires again. We just got to remember, everybody plays their part. You know, and yeah, I guess some come in, play their part to break our heart. Oh boy, you guys gonna yell at me. Okay, look at that. I have the 10 of Pentacles. Wow. I have the 8 of Pentacles, and I have the 6 of Swords. So it's definitely showing us right here. He's working on his I'm sorry, I keep saying he or she. They're working on, they're working on putting these swords down. They're working on bettering their energy. They're definitely pointing up here again. I feel like the Queen of Pentacles right now is representing the Divine Feminine, okay, for all of us. Because she's pointing right up there. So working towards that. What is this? What is this? And it's very typical. I feel like now I'm looking more male. Because I feel like this DM thinking about their life forward, right? Their movement forward over here. And I feel like feeling a sense of security within them. That's weird. I don't know why. I find that weird, but don't be surprised if some of you start to work together. Maybe get creative together and start to build something together. Not just love, but some type of career, some type of, I don't know, something. For some of you, I feel like that's what you're going to do. Maybe it will be about your experiences. Maybe that's why all this clarity has to be. Because how can I then talk and teach if I don't have the clarity for myself first? Okay. I have the Hermit card of Virgo. I'm just going with the flow here, guys. I have the High Priestess. I definitely feel the connection. Like the ability to connect with someone. Maybe I'm in dream state. Maybe I'm in meditation. Maybe I'm just in deep, deep fantasy. But the connection, I definitely feel like that connection. We have the 4 of Pentacles. We have the Queen of Swords, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. The Princess of Cups, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, and the 3 of Swords. Okay. How do you heal a broken heart? Alright, well. I'm sorry. I do feel like there is a DM where, I do feel like, she's threatening to take the house. She or he. And let it go. I don't know how that's going to turn out, but I feel like that's one of the challenges right now. But I almost wish they would just kind of, like, if they can, just let it be. But I don't know. Because I do feel like I have the DM over here making decisions from a broken ego and maybe a broken heart, but definitely a broken ego. So I start to make my decisions out of that. I do feel like this is also the realization of you. So now I got to add that on to this karmic's. And no wonder the energy's so tough. I definitely see this karmic blocking the energy. Trying to block the energy of, I'm sorry, I don't know why when all of a sudden we're going into the karmic. Well, look, we're starting to move into a little bit of darker energy. It's like this. It's like the sky just got dark. The sky is dark over us right now. It too shall pass. But so here we're, for some reason, we need to know about this karmic's energy, and she's putting this block up. And even if she doesn't know, 100%, she's feeling the energy. She's feeling their energy. And I'm trying not to say she, he, but the karmic is feeling the DM's energy and knows that the attention is no longer on her or him. It is now on, I kind of feel like this DM or this karmic kind of knows about you in particular, as in maybe you came up in stories, that type of thing. Or, I don't know, but I do feel like in some way they know about probably your past. They don't like it. They don't like it. Nonetheless, it is showing me that if the DM moves through this with the right type of energy, everything is just going to be fine. So what I really mean is, if the DM moves through this with the right type of energy, there won't be block after block after block. You know, the universe will start whatever it needs to do for this karmic to move them on their way. And this sounds mean, and I don't mean it, and I probably have the hardest time with this. And that is about understanding that you have a right to be with whoever you choose. This is your life. Your life. And again, I had the hardest time with that. But I feel like I need to say that. Okay? And maybe you're feeling guilty because, oh my God, I don't want to break someone up. But again, this energy, listen, is stronger than the two of you. Okay? But clearly there's some energy going, there's some, I feel like it's going to dissipate though. Because I don't want to say, you know, if you are one of those people who send your love, energy, I want you to continue. Keep it positive. Give them strength. I have the King of Swords and I have the Two of Swords. Well, I have to tell you, everyone is being represented in this reading. So, King of Swords, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. I kind of like that because The King of Swords is the king of truth. Being one's authentic self, knowing one's authentic self is probably what it should say. It is the knowing of one's authentic self. I feel like the King of Swords is representing the period when I start to think, and again, I'm talking GM energy, where I start to think about actually connecting, reconnecting. I'm thinking about it. And I have to tell you, I feel like if this person didn't travel through this energy, it just wouldn't be showing up in the way that they will. You know, they would have been a wreck, a mess. Okay. I feel like this DM, for some of you, is, you know, they may not know 100% what you're up to, what's going on in your life, right? They may not know what's happening, even with social media. And I feel like, you know, there may be a short period of time of exploration into that, or just getting past the maybe a little bit of fear. I don't know what they're doing. I don't think they're with anyone, but I don't know. So this person has to really take a chance. Jump out of their comfort zone. I don't care if they're usually the star energy. They have to, well, that's weird, I said star energy. Aquarius. We have the sun. Beautiful. Card of Leo, first of all. So here we have the DM in thought. How should I do this? What should I do? Right? Still a little bit of uncertainty, right? Coming from the High Priestess energy. So it's almost like looking through the veil for a moment as he's able to pull himself into almost like his soul's energy. He gets these clear messages of movement. And I feel like as we move forward, again, one of the fears is, what are you doing? How will you be? Will you be receptive? Are you with someone else? Do you even think about me? Do you even care? All of that. And I love that the sun's moving on that energy as illumination. So he's finding out enough. He or she's finding out enough to then move forward. Listen, the sun energy. It is like going back to a time of our youth. It's that connection. It's feeling really good inside. It's feeling really safe and secure and loved. It's a beautiful energy. Okay. I am going to wrap this up. See if anything else wants to come out. So for some of us, we've just got to get lost in our own creativity and let everything play out. Oh my God. Look at that. I have the 9 and 10 of swords. Holy crap, Ollie. You know, this is fearing the worst. This is someone is fearing the worst. Why? I mean, the worst. Why are you fearing, you know, you're fearing disaster. Is this you or them? It's just weird that it came out like that. Okay, so I feel like this is more on your energy. We have the Princess of Wands and the 6 of Wands. So someone really is just fearing the worst, fearing that Listen, none of it's going to come together. And, you know, can I promise you that? I can't promise you anything. I can only tell you what I see and what I hear, and what I find and discover and that type of thing. But the one thing I know is when we change our energy and when we change our focus to the higher, good things always work out. You're fearing the worst. And listen, there may be a lot of different reasons why you have some type of fear. But nonetheless, you got victory attached right to you. Why are you fearing the worst? Well, you know what you're doing? You're thinking about things. And I bet you told yourself that you have worked out your issues, right? But there's something that you haven't worked out. And it is going back. And I'm just telling you, you have a fear that it's going to be a disaster. You have a fear that it will not work out at all. Why? I mean, I get it, but if you have moved your energy on, why would this still be attached to you? If you don't know that answer, you want to look at this, right? Because it's your fear. Look at that, the Princess of Pentacles. I'm almost feeling like I'm worried that someone won't accept me the way I am today. I'm not, you know, maybe it is, I don't feel like I look as good as I did back then. You know, I'm older, I've matured, that type of thing. Feeling like they're not going to accept you in some way. Maybe they don't accept what you do for a living. I don't know why. Maybe they're intimidated. You fear that they'll be intimidated. It's that thing. It's not actually happening, but you're fearing that. I do feel like this is your energy. I have the Strength card. Beautiful. So, you need to overcome that. I mean, you do. You have to figure that out because, and I feel like I'm talking to someone who's like, you know what, I have worked out all my issues, and I'm just waiting for this person over here to get their shit together, right? And then bam, something triggers something within you, this fear. Maybe you start to feel their energy. Maybe during one of these times when you're feeling all seductive and that, you feel their energy and you're like, shit, wow, holy shit, you know, this is real. I don't know why, I feel like I just need to be very bold with you. Like, whatever it is, look at it so you can just overcome it. Overcome it. The Chariot, it waits for both, right? Okay, and we are going to wrap it up. We're getting a little bit too many cards. Alright, I have the Emperor, the Eight of Wands, the Empress in reverse, by the way, card of Aries, the Devil, card of Capricorn, twice here. So I know Capricorn's in the house. Two of Wands, and the Star. I mean, I just knew the Star would come out. Look at that, it's our last card. Card of Aquarius. It's card of your dreams coming true. And these are created, right? This is the connection. As above, so below. You know, there's nothing that can break that connection. It can't be broken. It just can't be. It's just how long it takes us to learn certain experiences that we need. Anyway, beautiful movement forward. Keeping the hope. For some of you, you may be leaving in Aries. It may be something you also need to do. However, I do want to say, I feel for some of you Capricorn, I feel the Devil is definitely Capricorn energy for you. And I see movement forward with that, especially with the 6 up here above it too, and the 8 over here. And you may be someone who's within Aries, leaving in Aries, moving towards the Capricorn. Again, the person of my dreams, the connection. And again, when I think of Aquarius, I think of, I don't know, I feel like that never-ending connection. So everyone's got their things that they got to go through, right? And maybe if we tell ourselves, you know, I just got to get through this because I know what's coming next is going to be great. Especially if it's been really bad. It's going to get better. You know, your last card is a card that says, keep hope alive. You're creating with spiritual energy. So, 2 wands connected to that. Moving into that energy. And my loves, I think I'm going to leave it there. I don't know how long this video went. But I think I'm going to leave it there. I don't want to make it too long. Because I've noticed my watch time is going down. It's the only thing I worry about, long videos. But anyway. Beautiful. I might do another reading tomorrow. I feel like I have this feeling I need to do a few twin flame readings. So I may do another one tomorrow too. All right, my guys, or my loves, I love you. Have a beautiful month. Today is July 5th or 6th. I don't know. I've been in bed, so I don't know. Don't worry about me. I'm fine. I'm coming out of it. I just felt like the energy of nice, comfortable bed. Okay. I love you guys. Keep the faith. Okay? Keep the faith. And remember, you're on my journey, and I'm about to go into union. And I was where some of you are now, where I'd be like, bullshit. You tell me that, like, even a year ago, I'd be like, bullshit. Bullshit. But here I am. I love you. I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.